Happy Monday. It's your girl, Claudia Jordan. We are back with a brand new episode, first episode of the new year of Cocktails with the Queens. We're so excited because it feels like forever since the four of us have been together. I am back, of course, with my beautiful girls. Please welcome Miss Vivica A. Fox. What's up, girl?
Happy New Year, darlings. Here's to a fantastic 2023. Hey, Queens.
What's good?
Hey, girl.
Please welcome Miss Lisa Ray. What's up, Lisa Ray?
What's happening? Happy New Year, Queens, and everybody out there. Let's make this a brilliant, amazing, prosperous new year throughout the year.
And last but not least, please welcome Miss Selena Johnson. Hey, girl. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, y'all. Happy New Year. I hope that everybody's optimistic. Like Lisa Ray and Vic said, it's going to be an amazing year, and it's up and it's stuck. Cocktails with the Queens. We ready. We lit.
Well, we have a special show today. Not only is our first show back, but we have a really special guest. But before we get to our special guest, you know, like I gotta tell y'all, we're here to ditch on everything that's trending in the news and on social media. So don't get mad at us when your name comes up in our stories. It's just news. We don't make the news. We just report it, boo. Right, Vivica?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, y'all, later on the show, we're catching up with everyone's homegirl. Everybody loves this lady, Miss Wendy Raquel Robinson, about the reboot of her hit show, The Game. And she has a ton of personality. We cannot wait to kick it with her. So, Queens, how was everybody's New Year's?
To be honest with you, Claudia, mine was very quiet. I mean, in Southern California, we are experiencing this cyclone boom of rain, which, I mean, like today, it's been literally raining the entire day. So I live up kind of like in the hills a little bit. So, girl, it was a cloud and it looked threatening. And I said, you know what? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch some other folks get drunk and bring it on in and be safe.
Better be safe than sorry. Better be
you
safe. You
already know.
Lisa Ray, did you do anything special?
I had planned in my head and in my pocket to do a whole lot more than what I originally did. I was going to go to Miami. I was supposed to go to Ghana for the premiere of my movie. So much happened. But then you know how things happen and it won't let you be great. I feel like that's a sign. So I stayed my butt on in LA. But I ended up going to the Cat Williams concert because I wanted to bring in the new year laughing.
Oh.
You know, I needed that. I wanted to feel bubbly. All the players and old school dudes was out, and all Chicago seemed like they was in the house on the west side to the south side, from the rooted to the. So we popped champagne. We said Happy New Year. I laughed. He crazy. He and I are doing a movie in a couple of weeks together. So we've been becoming like tight. Left there the next morning and went out to the Caribbean to try to get a tan. But I guess the rain that was happening here is happening all over the place because the weather is not the same. So I didn't get no tan or nothing. So I just enjoyed relaxation, being with my cousins and friends and just kind of, you know, I wanted to read a book, but I ain't even had time for that. It's like every time I was still, it was like, and sleep. Okay, get up. You know?
Get it when you can. That's right. And Selena?
Girl, I just did old school, sit in the house. Like we went to breakfast, me and the kids and Kiwan, and we just did old school, go home, order. I let everybody order whatever they want to eat. We just watched TV. The people fell asleep, honey. We woke up at 11:30, like, oh, okay. Come on, everybody, let's say Happy New Year. Then we said Happy New Year, and then the people went back to sleep. And and I prayed, you know, old school prayer in the closet when the clock strikes, you know. And then the next day, you know, you cook some green and the black peas. Now, so I just did old school stuff.
I was going to ask that. Did anybody have some black eyed peas? Because that's a new.
No.
Yeah, that's a New Year's Eve tradition. That's supposed to bring it in with some good old black eyed peas.
I didn't
bring it to make my black eyed peas yet. Then can I do it tonight?
I say do it. I mean, it's January. It's new. It's new.
I didn't have any black eyed peas. I didn't have any black eyed peas, but I had some pina coladas in Puerto Rico. That's why I was. I had some chicken and yellow rice and all that Caribbean food out there. It actually was decent. And I've been to Puerto Rico a few times and never really had a great time. So I really didn't want to go. I was kind of like dragging my feet because a group of my people, we were all going. So I was like, I don't really want to go there, you know, where I wanted to be. And so I went anyways, and we had great weather. I found a really nice beach, unlike the other time. I think when I went to Puerto Rico before was when I was kind of poor. So I was at the part of the beach that had a lot of graffiti on the walls and stuff, like by the hotel. And this time it was no graffiti. I was like, oh, I done moved up. It's a long time ago since I last been here.
Moving on up.
Okay.
It's all right. Wait, what y'all sipping on? Are we drinking tonight? First drink of the
Oh,
year.
absolutely. We're not going to start off 2023 without having it's cocktails with queens, honey. So I got my usual Pinot Noir and
That's right.
a goblet.
This is just vodka and lime juice.
I love when y'all say it's just this and it's just that. Well, I'm gonna say I just have the tea as always.
As always.
And I have a nice fattening apple pie Bailey's drink. It's like a dessert. It's like a kind of like an eggnog.
That sounds very good.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
Claudia, you are the only one of the queens that has the sugariest drinks, but always talk about, oh, I'm going to have to run, going to have to do this. But baby, you will have all your sugar in your drinks for cocktails with queens.
Man, I am ridiculous with the sugar, but I hit my weight loss goal. I lost my 20 pounds. So I can fatten back up with alcohol now.
Okay.
All right, y'all, before we get to the show and get to our hot topics, we definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers to Buffalo Bills football player Damar Hamlin as he continues to recover. He was released from the hospital today, and he was also FaceTiming with some of his teammates. Any quick thoughts?
Oh my gosh. Y'all know I'm a sports junkie, and I send a special shout out to our amazing producer, Justin, who every week comes up with the most amazing topics for us. That when I saw the topics, I said, Justin, please, this mattered last Monday when this young man, 24 years old, got hit with a normal tackle that looked like it was a normal tackle, but it hit him in an awkward position and he went into immediate cardiac arrest. Heart stop, literally. I saw it happening and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? But to see the team come together, America come together, praying for this young man to get up off the field. You know, they usually do the thumbs up when they get carried off. We see broken limbs. We see them ACLs torn, all of that kind of stuff. But to think that this young man, 24 years old, could have died on the field, which I've never seen in my life and I don't think has ever happened. It touched my heart, and I prayed for him. I went to Twitter. Everyone was praying for him for the last week. So for less than a week later that he's going home to his family, just let me know. GoFundMe raised $7 million for this young man. I'm sorry, y'all, I don't mean to ramble. You know, I can't stand that. But I just wanted to make sure that they see that the Queens, we care for everyone in our community, from sports to politics to everything. So thank you, Justin, so much for letting us have this topic to let this young man know that the Queens is praying for you too.
And, you know, that GoFundMe was set up to fund his toy drive for his community. Yeah. And he had a goal of $2,500, and America rallied behind this man and raised it's almost over 8 now, 8 million.
Oh my gosh, is it 8?
And even better news, because that's because it's a little tricky because it's for his foundation. It's not really meant for his care, but the NFL has agreed to pay his contract in full. They're not going to dock him. So that is a first, because they don't have guaranteed contracts. Usually NFL players get hurt. The disability, it's not really where it needs to be. And I hope that they get guaranteed contracts, because the NFL is the most dangerous sport of all.
You know, here's my thing from a person that comes from not really watching sports. You know, as I have shared before, I get an opportunity to learn even much more on our show because of our topics. And so as just the audience looking on the outside, and as a mom and as an American, period, football is it to the end, you know what I mean? And so that story even made it to my ears, definitely to my phone, of looking at it on social media. And I was absolutely floored. And I thought about every movie that they have showed us and portrayed, that these boys have gotten hit and you know, concussions and messed up and just being sick, and the team just throw them away. Yes. You know what I mean? Afterward. And so for me to know that, yes, that he has made everybody pay attention to, you know, what happened with him, and the prayers and the hopes that he get up and continue to play the game that obviously that he's been wanting to play since he was younger. You know what I mean? So, you know, here's to a speedy recovery, all 1,000%. It is the new year. I love the fact that we have taken knowledge to this, and, you know, to the family. You know, he's so young. He has so much more to offer and so much more life to live. So here's to that.
Selena?
Oh, well, honey, they Lisa Ray and Vivica Fox, honey, have said a mouthful. So just, I echo everything they said. And just to add to, I'm really, really happy that he recovered. And I believe he's going to make a full recovery because he's very young. And I believe his organs are strong. And I believe he's going to be totally okay. But I really hope that there's some kind of extra attention and service, mental health service for the players too, that had to witness that on the floor. I mean, witness that in real time, because when you saw it, they were broken down. They were, and that's scary to have to continue to play a game knowing that could be your near reality. You know what I'm saying? So
I say shouts out to Roger Goodell for stopping the game though. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. And I just hope that they, provide some type of mental, I'm sure they will, but I just hope that that's, a priority for everyone involved.
Well, I need people to go to my page and look what I posted about the NFL. This is good that they gave them this money, but they have a long way to go because I had to put them on blast for what they have been doing as far as the cognitive testing that is racially biased, making a lot of Black people miss out on the disability money who now are eligible thanks to a lawsuit brought on by 2 former players to change that. We'll get into that another time because that's something we need to dig deep into, but we will get more into the NFL and things going on. But for today, good looking out, but we still got a bone to pick with you on some other things.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Shirley Lee Ralph and Jackée Harry recently shared their mutual experience about learning how to keep their egos in check. Now, Ralph recalled her mentor, Tony-winning actress Virginia Capers, telling her to be as kind as you can for as long as you can to as many people as you can, because the same ass, and she said it, you kick today, you may have to kiss tomorrow. Now, Harry jokingly explained that she never received the same guidance, which caused karma to come back around. Harry said, I wasn't talked off the cliff. Who's used to bringing me my scripts for 2 to 7 to my door and deliver them? She was saying who was bringing her scripts? Kenya Barris, who's a huge producer now. Harry added, I wasn't nice to him. See, look at me now. I ain't lying. And he reminded me of it. He said, do you remember? And wait, ego, I don't remember, but it was the 80s, baby. So she didn't remember that she was rude to him, but it's really important lesson. So what are your thoughts on Jackée and Shirley Lee Ralph's comments? And let's talk about the importance of keeping the ego in check. Selena, let's start with you.
Well, facts upon facts upon facts. And I believe that it's cross, it's all throughout the entertainment business. I believe it's all throughout corporate America and just basic principles. When I first signed to Jive Records, Wayne Williams was my A&R guy. And the first thing he told me was, karma's a bitch. And he said that, whatever you put into the industry will come back on you 10 times. He said, so if you put in good energy, that's going to come back on you 10 times. But if you put in bad energy, that's going to come back on you 10 times. And you know how there's things in your life that people tell you and they seeds that they sow into you and you remember certain stuff. That's something that I always remembered. So I always try to be mindful of that. I've always tried to be mindful of that in my career. But I commend Jackée for saying that she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And saying that it actually came back on her, because I don't think people really realize that it really does come back on you a whole bunch of times. Like that Mean Girl shit is crazy. You got to chill like that. It really will come back on you. And even if it doesn't come back on you like that, it'll show up somewhere else. It'll show up. God to have it show up in something totally different that has nothing to do with entertainment. So I'm 100% in agreement with everything they was talking about.
Vivica, what do you think about this?
Well, like Selena just said, I'll piggyback off of that for Jackée, who, we know back in the day was all that in a bag of chips on 227 and was like, yes, honey, that character. For her to admit that and pass on that knowledge, that gem, to drop that gem, to let these young actors, professionals from any field, to know, watch how you treat others. Because I'm going to tell you, as an actress, as a producer, as a director, I believe a happy set is a productive set. You never know that little 20-year-old little genius that's a bomb with that computer over there is going to be directing the next big blockbuster. And honey, you might want to send everybody good graces. That's why whenever I come on a set, I speak to everyone. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Just spread positivity, y'all. Let's do that in 2023.
Yeah.
Instead of being we're going to have our moments where we need to clap. But overall, let's clap for each other.
That's right. And Lisa Ray, what do you think?
You know how refreshing it is for her to share that the mistake that she made then is something that obviously she has cornered now and said, wow, although I did not remember, you saying this to me means that's your truth. And I'm going to accept that because of the way that I made you feel. And so for her to even share that and be real about that, I love that. Then that's what you call a real diva, because you gotta learn from those times, from any times back in the past that you know messed over someone. You know, I love both of those divas, and they are definitely iconic. You know, we remember when, and they still working and still relevant. Congratulations to Shirley Roth on her Emmy, you know. But I can't say no more than those two queens just said right there, because you got to be able to give that energy that you want to receive from people as well, because you want to be happy, because we're in a business where they say, laugh, cry, but no tears, hurry up, but wait. And you still gotta, you know what I mean? And sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you know what I mean? That's human of us. But when you know that person put their shoes and pants on just like you, and that you are allowing them, both of us are allowing each other to be a part of the team that makes this vehicle work together. So we're both making money. I'm employing you, but you employing them and all of that. And so it is the team. I can't do it without the grip. I can't do it without the lights. I can't do it without the cameraman. My words would mean nothing. So we have to congratulate everybody for being a part of your life and being where they didn't have to be. And so, you know, I'm glad that they shared that, because now we're able to talk about it and let them know this story is true and this is real. And don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Let me just add something real quick before we go to commercial, because we do have to go to commercial. Let's just, and to expand this and to not just be a Hollywood thing, because most people watching us are not in Hollywood. It doesn't really matter if you're an actress, an entertainer, singer, any of that kind of stuff. That's a privileged position to have. We literally have the lives that a lot of people dream of. Outside of, you know, we have a struggle, and not to say it's easy, but like this goes for all fields. When you start smelling yourself like that and looking down on people, you're not God. You know what I mean? You're not doing brain surgery. You're not saving lives. To feel that you're better than the next person because you're famous, you're beautiful, or you're wealthy is such a slap in the face to whatever God bless you with. It really is. And it does come back around and haunt you. It will get you one day. And not even just to be nice to produce in case they might hire you one day. Just be nice as a human being. Just to be nice. Don't you feel good when you leave a set and you was like cool and people were pleasantly surprised, like, oh my God, I was afraid about meeting you and you're so not what I thought? That is a great feeling in life. And that can go for all fields of anybody that's watching us in your office, in your store, driving an ice cream truck. Humility. I don't know. I just think.
And I just got to piggyback real quick. I know we got to go to commercial, but I'm gonna make it real quick. Claudia Jordan, our host, Howie Mandel said the kindest things about you. So to all the ones that hate her and try to think that Claudia is around, don't get that wrong. But out of all those girls on back in the day with the what would make a deal,
briefcases,
had the nicest things to say about you, Miss Claudia.
Oh, thank you so much for that. I really respect and love. I saw how humble he was at his huge A-list, level, and I was like, he was one of us.
Yeah,
minus the heels. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for that, Vivica. That made my day. So, hey, y'all. Speaking of humility and someone who got a dope ass attitude, our girls, stick around, because coming up next, we are talking to Wendy Raquel Robinson. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We have an extra queen joining us tonight. Tonight, we are catching up with the star and executive producer of the hit show, The Game. But first, let's take a look at a snippet from The Game.
Oh, hey. So when's the repass? Huh? Bet you that potato salad gonna be some.
Okay, and then they're gonna call it 5-star. Ain't nothing like a funeral to bring out the leeches.
Right?
I thought this was close family and friends.
No, more like close phonies and freeloaders. Mama, break it down to her.
Okay, look here. Somebody in here is about to be the next CEO of Thatcher Holdings, and that person's gonna run the Fury. Now see, that's Thomas. That's the Colonel's brother. He likes to mix brown and white liquor for breakfast.
Please welcome Wendy Raquel Robinson. Hey, Queen.
Oh, my queen. How y'all
Wendy,
doing?
How are you doing? And you look younger and younger. Last time I saw you, we was on a cruise getting our drink on.
Girl, okay, honey, I would be drinking, but no, honey, I've been doing these interviews. So right now,
we'll drink for you.
Wow, I am good. I am really good. I feel like I don't know. I've just released a lot of shit in 22 and let it go, and just trying to, make 23 the best for me. The best of finally being a little selfish, just a little bit.
Well, let's just not, we won't even call it selfish. Let's rebrand that and call it self-care.
Yes. Thank you.
So Wendy, recently you posted a beautiful photo in Hawaii with the caption, "New year, new memories, new intentions, new experiences. I'm so grateful for this journey, the learning, self-discovery, self-care, and self-love."
Yes.
And she's pretty freaking cool. So, that kind of goes into what we're talking about already. Why is it important for people to focus on self-discovery?
Wow. I feel like, especially coming out of COVID, woo, things are just a little off kilter. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I feel like everybody just needs a little bit more grace in their life. And I'm just so thankful. I had a lot of losses and, in the past 2 years, just in general. So I'm just so appreciative of life, love, this pursuit of happiness. I'm working, it's like everything is just all in place. So I've been doing my gratitudes. I've been doing my mindfulness, and I've just been really just catering back to me. I give so much, I'm a giver. And, sometimes it's okay to just pour right on back into me and give myself the love that I've been giving out so long. So self-care is essential.
Yes, you have.
If you ain't caring for you, ain't nobody else.
Okay.
You've been working, Wendy. You are reprising your role as Tasha Mack in the reboot of The Game that people can catch on Paramount Plus. What can the fans expect? And were you skeptical about rejoining the reboot of The Game?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna start with the second part first. Hell yes, I was skeptical. It's been like 18 years. If you really add it all up, it's like 18 years of my life, And there were hiatuses in between, but we started on CW, and then we went to BET, and then there was like a 6-year window where, we were off, and then Paramount Plus was like, you know what? We're gonna reboot it. What do you think? And it's I was nervous. Hell, I've changed, life has changed. What are the scripts going to be like? What is the storyline going to be like? But of course, I was, sign me up. So what the fans can expect, the one thing I want to say about what Paramount has plus, they have plus this damn show. And I want to say the optics, the production value, it's a drama now. It's heavier. But at the same time, we're tackling a lot of issues that people don't talk about. My character is going through some real things, with fibroids, ageism, sexism, colorism, hairism. We're holding up a mirror to the world to look at ourselves, even though it's through the eyes of football, but it's some real-ish that we're going into. And I'm just so proud of the work that we're doing, the stories that mental health, just everything. So it's, we're putting it all out there.
Well, I'm so glad that you're back, because Tasha Mack, honey, is just one of my favorite girls, honey.
Thank you, sis.
Now, not only is Tasha Mack coming back, but Tasha Mack is the executive producer.
I learned from you, girl. I learned from you, Viv.
What I tell you, get 2 checks, right?
Right.
Yes, but what's that like wearing all those hats for you?
It's like putting on a different wig, but for me, because we are tackling so many issues, and even the fibroids, that's something that I even went through. So it's having a voice, having a strong, I want to say, opinion and input. And nobody knows the world of these characters more so than myself and Hosea Sanchez. We've been there since the beginning. So even though, the hands have changed, with showrunners and producers and writers and things like that, but who else to bring, I want to say, the authenticity of these characters to life than us.
Yeah.
So it feels good.
I mean, but you're the head.
I don't think I can go back to just acting again, girl.
No, but you're the head chick in charge, Wendy. You so deserve that. You've carried this franchise for since the beginning. I saw you in an interview where you were like, I was just one of the cast, and then your character just blew up, you know?
Right. Thank you. So, I mean, it's humbling. Like I was listening to you guys talking about being kind, you know, and a true story. I met Mara Brockett Kill when she was a PA on the Sinbad pilot. And I was like, what you doing answering these phones? She was answering the phones on the stage and she was like, no, I'm a writer. I said, okay, yes, you are. I said, well, what you working on? Then cut to, it was Girlfriends, and then cut to, it was The Game. So she never forgot that because I saw her, you know what I mean? So taking the time. So I love these conversations y'all are having. It's just so, it's what we need and to pass on because everybody ain't kind.
I know that's right.
Okay, I know you do, girl. You know we know. Okay, go back to the theater, Selena.
Let me tell you, child. But you were kind, Wendy, and that's why we've always been friends all these years. So I just love you, child.
Thank you.
And I love Tasha Mack, and I'm real excited about The Game because that's my I love that whole concept. I've been watching The Game since CW, so I'm very
Thank
excited.
you.
Okay, then.
You know what? You one of those player wives, honey. Okay.
You feel me? Well, I've been in tune since then. But so okay, what I really find fascinating though is that you mentioned how they're now attacking serious topics, and we've seen this a lot in Black content, which I really absolutely love, especially with the series and so forth and so on. And so what I want to know is, how, you just mentioned briefly about the fibroids. How is Tasha Mack and Wendy synonymous in terms of the fibroid story? Like, how are you and Tasha Mack the same, when it comes to your fibroid story and what she's going through inside of The Game?
Wow. So just like I posted, talking about self-care and self-love, sometimes we got to take the cape off. You can't do everything and be everything to everyone.
Right.
You give to yourself. So when I was going through it, woo, child, I was still working. I'll never forget, true story. It was in Vegas at the Hoodie Awards. My hemoglobin had dropped down to damn near a 2.
Wow.
Now, you're supposed to be at least a 9. They were like, how the hell are you still up and not conscious? And, I had to get a blood transfusion, without going into too many details. But it was at that point that I was like, if I don't stop and take care of myself and just take a moment and just, to give. So I think that's where Tasha and Wendy are really in parallel because she's, I got to make them coins. I got to get out here. I got this jet. I got this. I got that. And it's like, no. You got one body. You got, if you don't take care of this temple, talking to Wendy and to Tasha, you're going to be in trouble. So I think that's the greatest parallel right there.
Well, speaking of parallels, the streets is paralleling you.
The streets. What's the word on the streets?
The streets of Twitter are paralleling you to Glorilla. The people said that.
Y'all gonna pull that up.
The people said that you out here giving the same face as Glorilla. Now, if in fact there was going to be some kind of movie or something that was featuring Glorilla, would you be open to playing the baby's mama?
Are you kidding me? I play a mama, auntie, TT, sister, whatever. Okay, let's play. You know what? And because secretly, I love rapping. You know what I mean?
You look so young. You can play her. You look so young. You can play her.
Exactly. Y'all didn't see Wendy quick walk. Y'all didn't see Wendy quick walk to get to the trailer for The Game reboot. I was like, Wendy, really?
Wendy dances down now. That's her first. That's her first.
She's a fun time. She is a fun time.
That's her first.
Yes, honey. Yes, but but look for that. No, but we've been texting and DMing. It was like, all I need is a script.
Okay,
just a script. We good. Even if I gotta write it because I'm already gonna produce it.
Well, Ms. Executive Producer, maybe you can produce that and add that to the long list of other things you got going on. And listen, speaking of that, I want to just ask you before we let you go. You've always been consistent, like your character, very busy, and your real life, Wendy, super busy. You've mastered staying booked and busy for a very long time. What can you tell the viewers about the key to longevity? I know we spoke a little bit about being humble and graceful and being kind, but would you say those are the keys, or is there anything else you want to leave us with?
I think those are important elements, but I mean, you guys, your careers are absolutely amazing as well, but it's simple. Do the work.
Yes.
Do the work, show up, be ready, give a little bit more, try, and be that one that people would enjoy to work with.
Yes.
Do the work. I'm seeing it is a shift that's happening, and we're in an Instagrammable way that, a lot of people could get famous from this, that, and the other. It's like, at the end of the day, you got to do the work, study, train, be ready. So when the opportunity comes, you won't just squander it. You'll be able to just get into it. So just do the work.
Wendy, what can the fans
girl.
Okay.
Wendy, what can the fans expect from you next?
Ooh, good question. Because right now I'm on a personal hiatus. Devin, I just finished. Did you just hear? Did you read my post or not? I'm taking some self-care.
I'm not mad at you. You gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Wendy, that's gonna last about 2 weeks. You can be back on somebody's set because you stay busy.
Okay. I know. It's the 26th year of Amazing Grace Conservatory, and we're just coming off of the highest of highs, and we honored Issa Rae, as one of our distinguished alumni. So there's some great things that are in the making that are coming from the conservatory side, So on my nonprofit, philanthropic, and producing side is a lot of great things that are happening. So
25 years, you said?
It'll be 26 years now.
Wow. Congratulations on that.
Years.
What I'm telling you, Wendy love them kids.
Okay.
Listen, honey, my niece is in it. My niece is down to the AGC.
Wendy, you will see Wendy. She will let you know about them kids the second you walk up on it. She's coming to our show, right?
You're going to know about that AGC. Baby. You're going to know about it.
But they killing it. They killing it. It's like, this is not children's theater, honey. It is professional theater with children.
Yeah.
So there's a huge
Let them know. Let them know.
There's a huge difference.
Wendy, how many episodes of the game did you film?
We did 10. We did 10. So we are now on episode 5. So you still have time. And every Thursday, we're dropping a new episode. So now is the time to not only catch up, but to get into it.
I can't wait. I like to binge watch, so I'm trying to hold out.
You trying to wait? Don't wait. Hell, renewal, girl. I'm trying to get another season.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go watch. Let me get all the ratings up.
Well, we need all the soulmates that are in the chat and that are going to watch this replay tomorrow. Please support her and her show. Wendy is an amazing woman, and she gives back 26 years of helping these students, and a lot of them are some of your very faves that are on television and movies right now. She's doing big things. So thank you so much, Wendy, for joining us anytime, because you are that girl in a breath of fresh air.
I love y'all.
We love you, Magic Queen.
We love you.
I can't wait to make some more magic with you.
Girl,
be sure.
You can play that what? Get on up. Get on up. Let's do it.
Everybody, be sure to catch the game on Paramount Plus and support her in everything she does. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We fill our glasses, and we'll be back with more Cocktails with Queens after this. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We are back for a show of 2023. All right, y'all, let's get into this. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh, is here to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. I had a big old box I got here in the mail the other day, and I was like, oh, cool, I don't have to do anything extra hard today. It's super easy. Now, soulmates, are you looking for an easy way to eat well and save money this year? Well, cut back on expensive takeout and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. Now, you'll love how fast, easy, and affordable it is to whip up a restaurant quality meal right in your own kitchen. HelloFresh's festive fair collection features limited time recipes made with seasonal produce and premium proteins. So get out of the post-holiday slump with these elevated winter classics. And like I said, delivered right to your door. And it's like nice, getting a nice little surprise. You open up your box and see all the things you're like, oh, cool. And there's lots of great recipes. Now listen, go to HelloFresh.com/cocktailswithqueens21 and use cocktailswithqueens21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. You can't beat that. Once again, that's HelloFresh.com/cocktailswithqueens21 and use code cocktailswithqueens21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Make sure you check them out. I am geeked to not have to go to the supermarket for one of my meals, a few of my meals. All right, y'all, listen, they say the third time's a charm, but sometimes you need 4 times. Now, on Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop podcast, Kim Kardashian revealed that she fantasizes about getting married for the 4th time. She said, I feel like, honestly, my last marriage was my first real marriage. The first one, I just don't know what was happening. The second one felt like I wanted to be married so badly because all my friends were at that place. So, peer pressure. What are your thoughts? And could the fourth time be the charm for Kim Kardashian? Lisa Ray, let's start with you on this one. What do you think about this?
I just love how honest she is, because here's the thing. When love comes, it doesn't matter how many times it comes around, because love feels good when you receive it. I love the fact that she said that, hey, my first marriage, that wasn't really nothing, because mine wasn't either. And then the second time was like, I just wanted to be married. And sometimes you do feel that peer pressure because you look like, wow, she got a man and I don't have one, or how she get her man, or what's going on with them. You want to just feel and lust and love and someone taking care of you and having a companion. And I'm not even talking about financially. I'm just talking about having someone that can hold you, appreciate you, care for you, and love you, and say that everything's going to be okay. Because you can't feel like you're busy and not noticed in a room full of people, because you got so much that you have to compete and compare and all of that. So I feel that love is great. You got the second time around, 3 times is a charm, 4 times if it's up, then it's stuck, and whatever else, you know what I'm saying, that you can say. I just love love. And if you don't do it right the first and second, third and fourth time, then keep pursuing it, keep looking for it. And just like she said, she feels like her last marriage was her best marriage, or her marriage alone. But the reality of it is anytime you join union with anybody for however long it is, that's such a personal connection that no one knows what your pillow talk and what your home life is like with that person. Either you appreciated it for what it was worth when it was, or you've learned something from it that you won't take to your next relationship. But I'm sure that she appreciates these 4 darling and beautiful kids that she has with him, and that she wants to be able to live her life because she's at the top of her game. It's lonely at the top. I don't know nothing about that because I'm in the middle, but you know what I'm saying. I want to be able to have somebody as well. So she should absolutely have somebody to share her life with. So, bravo.
All right, Vivica, what do you think?
That was a long-winded answer to tell you that Kim Kardashian get ready to have another chapter, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Girl, I'm gonna beat you.
It was pretty long, though.
All right, I'm just gonna keep that all the way. I love that you.
Where are we going with this?
Merry-go round around the bush and happy ending.
This is the third.
I'm trying to think of another season of Keeping Up with the Kardashian. I wish everybody happiness and stuff, but it just drives me nuts that listen, fall in love off camera. Do that one time. Do that one time for us, Kim. Fall in love off camera, and it's not advertised or going to be featured on another season and a red carpet moment. That's what I really love to see for Kim Kardashian, is to have a private moment.
I like that. I'm with that, and I agree with that.
But them Hulu checks they hitting.
They hit
different, right?
They hit different than
It would be more of a surprise, and I know they follow around every day, but for once, not to advertise it. That's what I wish for my next life, and that's what I've learned about the next person that I'm really going to love, is to keep it private, because it will be real. But when you're already like advertising, like, oh, my 4th marriage. Oh,
I feel you.
Okay, Selena, what do you think?
I think that she can't hide it though. Like you say, they carry. I mean,
sure she can.
Bombard her everywhere she goes.
She could if she really wanted to.
Selena?
Well, stay tuned.
Look here, I say what's good for Elizabeth Taylor, honey, is good for Kim Kardashian. Okay. If you want to get married 75,000 times, that's your business. But I do agree with Vivica. I do feel like, and she said in the article that she wants to date more. She said that she would like to date for a long time. She said for about 3 years before she considers it. She was just saying that she hasn't given up on love. She hasn't given up on the ideology of marriage. And I don't think that people should give up, but I do hope, and I'll just add to, what Vivica was saying as well. I do hope that she does some self-work and some just really looking inside herself, because 1, 2, 3, you got to start saying, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong that is taking part in these divorces? You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that she does a lot of self-work. Me personally, I was in a lot of different relationships, back and forth. And then I just stopped for like 7-8 months. And then I met Kiwan. And here we are 15 years later. So I do think, I think it's good that she wants to just date for a while. And I think that's the best thing. But I also think it's good that she doesn't want to give up on love in the union of marriage. Why not?
I do too. I think it's, when you're known, everything you do is definitely through a magnifying glass. Like the same stuff the regular secretary did that, you pass at the store. They can have a whole train run on them and no one's going to call them a hoe because they ain't going to know because they don't care. But don't let you be standing next to two different athletes at two different events and you a hoe. You the biggest slut that ever walked the earth. And you was like, I don't even know him over here. And he just asked to take a picture with me. Okay, I'm going through my own PTSD. Anyways, I just want to say this.
No, wait. I was going to say now we can't even hit close to none of the stuff that these ladies are doing nowadays.
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit that they doing, honey, they got us beat.
They do. But I will say this. I do think there's a little sign of her doing a little self-growth because she did admit my first marriage is really nothing. I remember that with that guy that he got in front of mine. Oh, anyways, we'll get into his tea another time. And then she did say, I be knowing all these people. I used to hang with I know. I'd be like, I remember. Okay. So I do like that. I do like that she said, she admitted that she got married to Chris Humphries because everybody else was married. Right. I think that's the beginning of taking a little bit of accountability. Like, I know I was wrong for that. That was not even a real thing. You know what I mean? So I do think, your career is actually having to be for the public, it is going to make it hard. And I do think she needs therapy after her relationship with Kanye. Think about it. They had a real public relationship and he talked about aborting their child to the public. You can't tell me she's not traumatized from that. You can't tell me she'll need some therapy after dealing with that the stuff that we saw. Imagine what it was behind closed doors. But Kim, I think Kim is a sweetheart. I think she's a hopeless romantic. And I would like for her to surprise us, like Vivica said, surprise us. And oh, wow, you got married. We didn't know about it. But I think at this point, she's probably too deep in at this point, right? It's kind of like, I think she's just.
But try something different. Try something different. Try something different that's not in front of the camera and see what happens. Keep it so close to you, like I'm telling you, that's what would work, that it's like, it's not for the camera, that it's really for love.
I will tell you. And I just think she needs to stop being so capped with herself too. Like, just like Chris Humphries was for, it was for keeping up with the Kardashians. I mean, let's just keep it real. It was good. It was a good storyline. I watched the whole thing. It was really good. So some stuff it is, the checks do be checking. I mean, I get it.
How much money can you make at this point?
But then you be unhappy. Like, if you have all this money, you have no one to share it with. You have no one to spend time with. So I do feel like she might need to go inside. She might need to close up, and be secluded with it.
Part now, you know what I mean? And then they're going to work up to the fourth marriage.
I don't know how she did. I don't know how she was able to deal with the embarrassment of all four of them publicly like that, because I had my relationship and we were public. We went on that show and then we're still the best of friends, but we broke up and we're not together. And then my next relationship, I was scared to put it out there because I felt like the judgment, people think they exaggerate it. Like, they don't break up with people and get with new people too. And it's just like, I don't even know how she deals with all that, because that is an uncomfortable feeling, All right, y'all. Great conversation. I'm sure this won't be the last of it. And Kim, good luck with number 4. And if not, good luck with number 5. Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Try again, girlfriend. You still young. We'll be back. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. All right, soulmates, everyone. We have reached the part of the show where we talk about our relationships, the challenges we have faced in our lives, and how we overcame them. Please welcome to our queendom. All right, ladies, tonight we're talking about the importance of self-awareness and how our actions, thoughts, and emotions can affect people around us. Now, when it comes to those moments of self-reflection, what do you struggle with the most? And what would you like to change about yourself this year? Vivica, let's start with you.
Well, for myself, it's I've learned that I've gotten better with thinking that I can please everyone. And I took off my Captain Save a Hoe cape a couple of years ago, and I had a little bit of a tendency to put it back on a little bit, but to know that I don't have to make everyone happy. The main person I need to make happy is myself.
That's very good and very, very good, very good. Selena.
You know, Claudia, I would like to. So I've reflected back, you know, just on just various moments in life, in work, you know, being on this show, being on Sister Circle for 3 years, being an entertainer. And I just want, for me, just me personally, I want to normalize caring about people to the point where caring about people that obviously are not okay. And I mean that like when we talk about different people in the media and stuff like that, because people are killing themselves. People are committing suicide. People are not okay. And so for me, Selena, personally, I want to work on just really normalizing, really caring and paying attention to others and their feelings, and really trying to be more sensitive. You know, now if somebody's a bully, they're a bully, they need to get dragged, whatever. But I would really like to be more mindful of others' feelings and emotions in this year and just going forward, because it's different out here. People are hurting and you just don't know who you could affect in the wrong way. So my thing for, you know, something that my revelation for 2023 is just being better to others, you know, just consciously being better to others. I'm already not nice, but I'm already a good person. I'm kind, but just being mindful of other people and what they're going through.
Okay, very nice. LisaRaye.
I like that, Selena. That's nice. Mine is pretty similar to both of the queens that have spoken. I tend to be, you know, Mother Teresa. I just want everybody to get along. I just want to spread the love. I'm more of a mediator person. And I know that sometimes when you don't know me, it's hard to believe that, because I'm also so, you know, in your face and so honest and so forthcoming. And that I don't ever want to change, because that is absolutely who I am. And I'd love for my friends to be that with me, because the only way I feel that you learn when someone tells you the truth. But I have also taken a back burner because I feel like I can do it, and I can do it all because I'm used to doing it all, because I'm Superwoman and I've been doing it all, and hey, I'm okay. So keep going. And it's like, I'm tired, you know, and I feel it. So I have, you know, said, I've heard a couple of my girlfriends say, you fake, you fake us out, you know, say you gonna come and you don't come, say you gonna do and you don't do. And it made me say, you know what? Let me start hanging with my friends on a different level, meaning that the ones that care about me, the ones that want to share their life with me, the ones that saying, come and let's do something, because I tend to do something all the time, entertaining wise, but I'm always entertaining. And I'm not really in a personal space to be able to let my hair down. And that's a different space. You know what I mean? And so I have relied on different girlfriends to get me out of the house, to get me out of my funk, to allow me to do and have a different regiment, you know, than what I do. Because a lot of times, and you guys can contest to this, that, you know, the things that are pampering to other people are not pampering to us, because there's a necessity. We got to get our nails done. We got to get massages. We got to, you know, do self work on ourselves, because we're in front of the camera. So that to me ain't pampering. You know what I mean? But a spa day that I can stay there from the morning to doggone to the evening and just relax and do nothing with my girlfriends, and we don't have no makeup on, where our hair is not fixed. Ain't nobody asking for an autograph. I'm not on. Those precious, precious private moments for me has become something that I need. And it's okay to say, it's okay to have, it's okay to do, and not feel guilty because you're stealing time away from taking care of this person or doing this with that person, because you always do it with that person. And they feel like, why are you over here with them?
LisaRaye, hold that thought. And I'm going to go finish that thought right after this break. We have to take our last commercial. We'll come right back. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. Before we went to break, we're talking about queendom and the importance of self-awareness. And we were talking about self-reflection in the new year, and what do we struggle with the most, and what do we want to change about ourselves this year?
And I was going to say it's just self-help, because self-love, because I think all three of us have been saying just that. So what about you, Claudia?
I feel like I do too much for others. I need to stop letting people play in my face. I let a lot of people get away with disrespecting me in relationships and friendships over the years, where I'm like, I realized trauma from when I was a kid, like when my parents would fight or argue, has really affected me. Like, I hate confrontation to the point where I'll take an L on something that I should fight for myself on. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's fair to myself. I don't, because I don't want to have an argument. I'll just be like, okay, no, it's all good. Agree to disagree. When really inside, I'm like, no, that's not right. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to treat me like that. And I need that inner thing to come out more. I have to do it, because I be home alone sad and no one even knows it, because I play it off to make everybody else feel comfortable. I'm not doing it anymore. All right.
Good girl.
Thank you. All right. Speaking of people who don't keep their mouths shut, Candace Owens and what's her name? Bethel, yeah, her. They both coming from Meghan Markle this week. What y'all think about this before we go?
I think they're both clout chasing, because they're Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are getting a ton of attention. So they are the queens of clout chasing. Girl, bye.
And Bethany Frankel, girl, you a reality star. Shut up. Your whole life is public. You mad about his memoir? Girl, your whole life a memoir. Shut up. We don't care what you talking about. It's giving racist. It's giving racism too.
Well,
and Candace Owens, girl, we've been not liking you, so we don't even care what you're talking about. Like, we don't even listen to you. You don't even count.
Candace, we don't listen to you like you don't listen to your hairdresser to get them ends clips, because you are a hot ass mess. On that note, thank you for
edges.
Thank you for watching on YouTube. Stay tuned for Brutally Honest with Jasmine Brand, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all. Bye, Candace.
See you next week.